but I defended you both to my community and in general because I thought that you were a lot more open-minded until pretty
What
much
have we disagreed on?
What
have we disagreed on? What am I not open-minded about? What have we disagreed on, Hasan, other than me criticizing you and your friends? What have I said against the Palestinian people? Go ahead.
What we are disagreeing on. What you choose to focus on and
seems significant
is the major point of contention here.
Well, that's first of all, I'm what I choose to focus on is certainly something you can critique.
Have a list.
But does that justify like lying about me continually for a year and a half just because you don't like where I'm focused? That seems immaterial.
Lying about what?
About me being a Destiny fan, about hallucinating, sweeping for your anti-Semitic friends, lying about context, saying that my video's out of context without watching it. Hasan, take your time.
Do you feel like your video wasn't out of context? Wasn't a clip
Absolutely not.
of a 2-hour sequence of out of context clips?
Do you want to do this? What's out of context?
Okay.
Name one thing. Go ahead, read the chat. Someone will send you on Discord.
No. I have it readily available.
Well, I'll wait.
One of the major points that you made that I've seen through other people's coverage of it so far is that I deny rapes happening on October 7th. Okay? That I deny rapes happening on October 7th. There's a clip of you when you first encounter that statement where you are actually understanding of my position until your wife stops you and says, that's inappropriate. You literally say, oh, he's saying the likelihood of rapes happening does not justify genocide, which you agree a genocide is happening.
Saint Contesto month. Her name is Hila, by the way, Hasan. I don't know why you referred to her as my wife. I find that a little chauvinistic, frankly. You know who she is. You know her well. You've begged for Teddy Fresh from her many times. So, like, yeah, you know who she is. You've written her emails asking for clothing. Her name is Hila.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you say that?
Okay.
Why, who goes, oh, your wife? Like, she's not. She has no. She's just like, oh.
Wasn't? Can you respond to what I was saying?
Absolutely. With great pleasure, I will respond. Because, Hasan, that was one.
Stopped you and said,
There you go. No. I'll answer. Would you like me to answer? That's one example of many. Seeing your response in the totality of all the responses shows that you do deny the rapes that happened on October 7th. In fact,
of all my responses,
who had promised me, and I know you would never lie to me, that you would watch the context puke with me. So why don't we pull up that bit there, and we can see how out of context it is.
Boom, do it.
Great. Someone pulling that, Dan? How you doing? I'm waiting for the link. You good?
Am I? Oh yeah, I'm great. I don't think this is going the way you perceived it to be going, but
sure. I mean, you're reading your chat. Do you think that's the most? I was
thinking about being a lot more stern initially, but this has turned into the last conversation that we had where I am trying to gently nudge you in the direction of sanity. And
Ethan, I want you to really understand. You're crazy. You're crashing out. You're hallucinating, my friend. Come sit over here. You know what I mean? Don't ignore the swastika. Ignore the accusations of working with the ADL with no credibility. Ignore the tier list with fucking Ben Shapiro and Ethan. Come sit here. You're hallucinating. Oh, thank you so much for, you know what? Thank you, Hasan. That's so kind of you. How fucking genuine of you to take off the baby gloves. You fucking liar.
I mean, this is debating.
A prolific liar, bro. Where's the link? Just control F for.
The reason, for the record, the reason why I don't like to bring Hila into the conversation is because I'm addressing my concerns with you, and I don't think that it's appropriate for me to,
When you just criticism, man, it's a little silly considering you're like, well, actually, it was Hila who influenced your opinion, the evil IDF lady.
Okay.
Anyway.
While we're waiting for the clip.
No, I got it. Right. Violent rapes that took place, that is way beyond the pale.
And I'll grab another soda, but I'm hearing you. There is one instance in captivity.
Chair react.
That we have.
I'm not going to let you chair react to me, buddy. You grab that Dr. Pepper. I'll wait.
No, I said I'm listening to you. Don't worry. I was just grabbing another soda. Go ahead.
On the pale.
There is one instance. Put in.
I sure did.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival. Women were horribly raped.
The way you're showing, is that what you're saying?
Well, you're giggling. Giggling, it's so funny.
No, I'm giggling. I'm
Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What are you talking
What rape did Hamas do?
Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating rapes once again, doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has
You know,
committed.
that's something you go to a lot. You notice that?
what?
Call people mentally ill. Find that odd. Probably should revise that. I don't know if that's kosher for leftist values.
Horrific.
I'm not. It's actually well, I'm not exactly doing a lot of stuff that's kosher for leftist values in general.
Oh, okay. So you have no problem weaponizing mental health.
Hallucinating. I think it's appropriate to say that.
By your authority, I will decide who's hallucinating. Hasan. Watch this.
Horrific acts of sexual violence and took
Hasan, I am so sorry. You promised that we would watch this. I pulled it up. Now sit silently and enjoy.
You're not committed horrific acts of sexual violence.
Name of that is what?
Slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. There you go, Hasan. What do you
It
got?
didn't happen. Great commentary, by the way. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty accurate.
Okay. So let's talk about it. You did actually. I'm surprised. You did actually show the my findings on the UN committee report that came out.
One that you misrepresent continually. You really lie about the conclusion.
Well, let's represent about the UN preliminary.
Oh man, tell me what it said.
The UN preliminary report was not an investigative report, like, for example, the investigative report that came out about Israel's systematized sexual assaults that was 49 pages long.
Horrible. What a horrible thing that was. Unironically, just unacceptable.
The level of evidence in a preliminary report is only enough to actually create an actual investigation. The problem is Israel has denied an actual investigation to take place. Israel has told the United Nations that they are not allowed to do an actual investigation and to simply listen to what they have to say. Now, not only is Israel...
There are literally women who have said, I was raped. I mean, all governments lie. I'm not going to defend Israel, though. There's women that come out and said, I was raped.
What?
There are women on the record, on video, saying, I was raped.
Like, you're saying, wait, you're saying there are multiple women that are on the record saying I was raped. There is, as far as I understand, one.
Well, you should look
in.
as far as you understand, because you go out the real.
What?
Well, of course, that's as far as you can conclude because you don't give a fuck about the truth.
Wait.
You just want to do propaganda, remember?
Ethan.
Hasan, please calm down. Getting worked up.
I don't know why you're behaving in such a childish manner when we are actually talking about finally some serious stuff. Okay?
Okay.
In terms of the UN preliminary report and the findings, okay? There is a clear-cut lack of evidence for any forensic examination to take place due to the incompetence of the Israeli government and specifically the organization Zakah that spent most of its time in the immediate aftermath of October 7 taking bodies out of body bags and putting them into Zakah branded body bags. This was reported by Haaretz as well. They polluted the evidence pool. Okay? That's number one. Number two, numerous people that came out and offered eyewitness testimony have since then been discredited. Also, according to Haaretz report.
Which article? That article that accuses victims of sexual assault of lying about it. Go ahead and link me that one. And by the way, while you look for that,
sexual assault, Ethan. I'm using my words very carefully.
Right. Of course, I remember you do that.
Not victims of sexual assault. Eyewitness testimony initially provided that led people to believe that there were
Show me that.
in place and were sources credited.
Show me this. By the way, Hasan, while you look, I'm assuming that you're quoting the UN Representative Secretary General on Sexual Violence and Conflicts report, right? This is one everyone refers to. Now, are you aware how these kind of papers work? They do a very precise conclusion at the end that summarizes the main thesis and points driven home in the article. That's what the conclusion is. Let me read it. Overall, based on the totality of information gathered from multiple and independent sources at different locations, there are reasonable grounds to believe that conflict-related sexual violence occurred at several locations across the Gaza periphery, including in the form of rape, gang rape, during the October 7th, 2023 attack. Credible, circumstantial information which may be indicative of some forms of sexual violence, including genital mutilation, sexualized torture, cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment, was also gathered.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I'm gonna walk you through this really.
Are they hallucinating?
No. So you just don't know what words mean. So credible circumstantial evidence. Do you know what that means?
It means that there's, yeah.
Credible circumstantial evidence is not a substitute for forensic evidence.
That's when I said Pixar can happen, bro. You mean rape kids. Kurdistan needs rape. Pixar didn't happen, right?
Rape, which is precisely the reason why the Israeli prosecutors themselves have said that in the absence of the singular victim coming out, and also with all of the forensic evidence that has been tarnished already.
Show me evidence for anything you're saying.